YouTube. So we here, and we're gonna be speaking about the King Von situation and what happened with that, and why when you're successful, you need to look out for anything and anybody trying to bring you down. Because once you're successful, once you're a person, especially like King Von, that should have never reached the level that he reached. He should never been a millionaire, you know, based on his circumstances, based on what he went through, you know, being murder charges and things like that. The average person that goes through something like that and comes from the environment that he comes from should never, you know, statistically speaking, never reach the heights that he reached. Especially coming from Chicago, coming from the gang culture. And, you know, he's supposed to have been, I think he was, excuse me if I'm wrong, I think he was 26 years old. Someone coming from Chicago, in the gang lifestyle, from the area that they're from, you know, shouldn't even make it to 26 to begin with. So that, for him, was already a success. You see what I'm saying? And then for you to be able to make it out and become a millionaire, become famous. And I'm not saying that you have to be someone that's famous, or you have to be someone that's a celebrity, a rapper, an actor, someone that does sports or anything like that to be considered successful, because that's not attainable for the average person. Not everybody's gonna be famous. Not everybody's gonna have 1 million followers on Instagram. Everybody's not gonna have 1 million followers on YouTube. Everybody's not gonna be well known, but you can be a successful person in your life by having a job, by starting your own business, having a family. You know, there's different ways of success. Everything isn't based on how much money you have or how much clout you have or anything like that. So when I say successful, don't think I'm talking about having millions of dollars, being world famous, having 1 million subscribers, a bunch of bitches, or anything like that. So as someone, as a young black man, or as a black person in general, we already have the odds stacked up against us. You see what I'm saying? We automatically don't have the same opportunities as our counterparts, you know, just minorities in general, because, you know, I'm not trying to go back into far into history, but, you know, us being slavery and segregation and things that they did, Jim Crow, things that they did to stop our progress. Because if you remember back in the days, black folks, we was working hard. We was moving into these suburban neighborhoods, you know, and the white people were moving out. You see what I'm saying? Because the white people, they was like, we don't want to live next to a black person. So black people, we had all these suburbs. We didn't have hoods and ghettos and things like that. You know, when you go into like a black neighborhood, these things wasn't hood, they wasn't ghetto, they wasn't run down. They was working class people. You see what I'm saying? And then we could get into like the war on drugs and everything, and then put in drugs in the hood. But this isn't the video for that. This is a video on why you shouldn't let people trick you out of your success. So I'm just gonna use King Von as an example. You know, the King Von situation, and some people gonna say he was a gangbanger, all of this, rapper, went to jail, accused of multiple shootings, multiple everything. But I don't blame King Von for something like that, because he's just a product of his environment. Your environment plays a role into who you become. So when you growing around everybody that's a gang member, your uncle's a gang member, your older cousin's a gang member, you know, you might not have a dad, you know what I'm saying? Your mom's not home because she's working, she's doing everything she can to provide for you, put food on your table. And you look at, and she's struggling, right? So she's struggling, you see her doing the right thing, she's struggling. Or your auntie or grandma, whoever, she's struggling, and then you go outside, you see the drug dealers and the gang members, you see them driving a nice car, you see them flashing money, you see them with all the girls and everything like that. So as a young man, you're thinking, why would I work a job? Why would I do things the right way? My mom's here struggling, she could barely feed me, barely keep the lights on, when I could go out here and gang bang and do all this and get money, get the notoriety, get the girls, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And in these type of environments, when you're a tough guy or you're a gangster or something like that, that's how you get respect in these type of neighborhoods. If you a sucker, you know what I'm saying, people look at you as a sucker, people gonna try you, people gonna smack you up, people ain't gonna, you know, rob you, whatever. So someone like Vaughn, someone come from that environment, they're looking at like, man, I'm not about to be no sucker, man. Right? I can't be no sucker. So the only thing you're gonna do for that notoriety is put in the work. You see what I'm saying? So at that point, he's putting in the work, he's getting notoriety. He's like, okay, we like Vaughn this, doing this, Vaughn this. And where I get him credit for is when he got out of jail, he said, you know what, I'm gonna take something negative, all this work I put in, I'm gonna make it a positive, I'll make the music about it, because now I have the credibility from the stuff I did in the streets, and I'm gonna put it into the music. You see what I'm saying? So once he did that, and he's rapping, and the music going good, and he's turned his life around. Now he took the negative that he was doing. I'm not saying it was right, but I understand why he was doing it. And he turned it into a positive, right? So now he's successful, now he's touring, he's making music, he just put out an album, whatever. He got kids, he's able to feed his family, feed his kids. At this the point where he's supposed to say, you know what? I'm not Chicago no more. I'm making millions of dollars. I'm world famous. It's time for me to leave that behind. But the thing is, you have people around you, you know, they not rich, they still street dudes. You see what I'm saying? They still street guys. So he has these people around him. So you still have that element. He still has that element. You still around that element, you know what I'm saying? So you can't completely get away from it. And I understand you don't have your guys, you know, stuff go down, because you rapping that type of stuff, you putting out that type of energy, that stuff is bound to come back, right? So you have your guys around you, so you're not completely removed from that element, you're still on that, you know, because you're around them type of people. And then, you know, people, when you're making that type of music, I understand that people, they're gonna try you, they're gonna be like, oh, let me see if Vaughn really gonna do what he gonna say he gonna do. Let me see what he rapping about real. So you have that playing into it. But you gotta be smart enough to know, like, you know what? I'll make the music. I'm gonna move low key. Because there's people that's waiting for you to slip up. They're gonna do something to knock you off course, to knock you off your center. You see what I'm saying? And if you watch the video as it happened, you see Vaughn, he just come out, knuckle up on Quando, which it started off as a fist fight, you know what I'm saying? So I don't think he ever expected for the guns to come out or anything like that, or to get shot, or his other two people that got killed that day. His other two, I think another two people got shot. I don't think he was expecting that to happen when he was knuckling up. You see what I'm saying? But you can never account for whatever someone else is going to do. You know how you gonna react, but you never know how someone else is gonna react to the situation. So you thinking, oh, we just gonna fight, we gonna get a brawl in, but you don't know how the next person is gonna react. And how that other person react could change the whole course of your life, as we see in this situation. Right? So now he's fighting. You know, his man see him getting beat, shoots him, you know, cops start shooting, whatever. I'm not gonna get into much detail until you go see the video, go look at it, go watch it, whatever. And then he ends up getting killed over something that really could have been talked out. I'm not gonna get into too much of the details of why there was a fight or why they fought. You go look that up yourself, and I'm sure most of you already know. You know, because Quando, Rondo, and Vaughn, they was cool before, you know, before the beef happened with, I guess, him and NBA Youngboy, whatever. They was cool. So I guess, in my opinion, the situation could happen where he could have said, you know what, what's going on with Youngboy, man? You know, ain't even that serious. You know, Quando probably been like, you know what, ain't that serious. You know, I'm gonna tap you with Youngboy. Y'all talk it. That could have been the end of it, right? That could have been the end of the whole situation, right there, right? Instead, he lost his life. And you could say it was pride. You could say it was him living up to that expectation of him saying, oh, when I see someone I got a problem with, I'm gonna do something to him. But that type of mentality, once you grow, once you become successful, you can't live how you live. You see what I'm saying? You have to continue to grow. You see what I'm saying? Even though he grew in status, he grew financially. He didn't grow with the mindset. So he's still thinking, oh, I gotta be on point, I gotta be on guard, I gotta be a dog. With something simple derail all of that. And I hope his contracts and everything like that is right, so that the money that he's gonna get, and you know, cause whenever a rapper dies or something like that, you know, their streams and their music goes crazy. So I hope the contracts is right, so that goes to his family, his kids, you know. And this isn't to speak bad on King Von or anything like that. It's just to let people know that, you know, everything, every action has a reaction. Everything has a consequence to it, you know? So you never know what's gonna happen when you do something. And when you become successful, there's always gonna be people that's waiting to bring you down, intentionally and unintentionally. There's always gonna be something that's gonna bring you down, because especially when you're somebody that's not supposed to be winning. You know what I mean? How you ever been on the basketball court with somebody, like, with someone, a dude that's like, he's not even good like that, right? He's not even good, but today he just hot. Like, he's hot, he making everything. You know, they passing the ball, you know, he just making crazy shots, and you just like, you getting mad, right? Cause you like, this dude is trash. Like, this dude is trash. He's not supposed to be winning. Like, he's not supposed to be making these shots and beating us. Like, he's not even that good. Like, and he's cocky with it. Like, he's making these shots. He's doing all this in our face. You know what I'm saying? Ballers will know. And the dude's hot. He's always trash. Never make nothing, right? And then one day he just come out, he just feeling something, making everything, they give him the ball. He's doing layups and everything he never did. And you're just like, man, this dude's trash, bro. And then you're gonna be like, you know, I'm not playing, bro. I'm not losing to this jit, bro. I'm not playing. So you're gonna do everything you can to stop him, right? You're gonna be like, you start playing heavy defense on him and everything, and he still and you get mad, right? It's the same thing with success. When people feel like you're not supposed to be successful, they're gonna do anything to shut you down. Not saying that the dudes went out there with intentions to kill King Von. You know what I'm saying? That night. But circumstances happen. And whenever you shoot a gun, you gotta be ready to know, oh, I'm potentially kill the person I'm shooting at, or the person that I miss, and maybe hit an innocent bystander or something like that. So when he shot the gun, he already knew what it was. And all success, everything you work for, you get into that plateau, was wasted. Once he got to Chicago, you know, statistically, he should never made it out of Chicago and became a millionaire, became anything. You know what I mean? So all I'm saying is, when you become successful, just watch out. Just don't become successful financially or popularity-wise. Don't grow like that, and then just not grow your mindset as well, and change and move different. And that's all I gotta say for today. Rest in peace, King Von. Rest in peace to the 2 guys that died, and heal up the other people that got shot.